maybe. Can you check and make sure that's right?
Yep. Phone number.
All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Women's Business Network. This is our Spotlight show. Today, we are shining the spotlight on Beth with Be Still Yoga. She is a member of our Wisconsin chapter, and we're very excited for you to be with us today, Beth.
Thank you. Love to be here.
The Women's Business Network, we are a relationship-based women's organization. And what we do is we build those relationships to help each other empower, educate, and inspire each other and others in business. And we're so excited to hear about Be Still Yoga. I've been hearing so many wonderful things about you. So tell us a little bit about how you got started.
Yeah, so I'm new to the Coulee region, 2 years new, I should say, a little bit more now of a native. But when I moved here, my husband, now husband, was fiance then, and I toyed with the idea of what it would be like if we started a yoga studio. And long story short, someone came to us and said, here, we have this building. Would you like to open a studio? Within like 4 months of moving here. And so we opened a yoga studio in January of 2021. So we're going on 18 months now of June 2020 or 2022. So 2023, June, 18 months. But I actually got started in yoga and fitness 15 years ago, probably teaching at a YMCA. And I loved it. I loved all the fitness, the boot camp, the spin, that sort of stuff. But what happened is I got an injury, of course, at a younger age that involved surgery and multiple things. So I stepped away from fitness, and that's where I found yoga. And so I practiced yoga on and off for probably another 10 years after that. And about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I decided I want to go back into teaching because my passion is really in helping people live a more wholesome, healthier life. And so I started teaching yoga. And unfortunately, with all that has happened in the last few years, I couldn't teach much. So when I had the opportunity to move to the Coulee region and open up my own studio, it was a perfect fit. So now we do both yoga and fitness. So we have some strength and cardio along with some yoga to complement that at our studio.
That's amazing. I mean, like it was really meant to be for it to just fall into place like that.
Absolutely. And the place that it is, I mean, it's the space is what makes it, right? And the people inside the walls. And you don't need much but a yoga mat really to practice yoga. And I say you can practice yoga anywhere. The joke I always tell people is you can practice yoga while you go to the bathroom. Now that gets a little weird for some people, but yoga is more than poses and shapes. It's really about the mind-body connection and how you breathe and how you work through some of those situations. And so we all can practice yoga, whether we are in a studio or not. And so that's what makes it. That's what makes the space so comforting, so connecting, the community of men and women there. It's truly a blessing to be able to lead it and to guide it in this region.
Oh, see, that's good to hear because it's hard. A lot of people hear yoga and they get scared because they think it's this intense, weird thing that you have to do. And it's not. It's so not. You can do it from your chair.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, you can do it sitting down.
Yeah. You can do it anywhere. And really yoga in the sense is a movement practice, but there's so much more that, of the world of social media. I can't do yoga. Yes, you can. You're doing yoga when you breathe, my opinion. You're doing yoga when you take a moment and just close your eyes right before you fall asleep. Like you're doing yoga at places that you don't even know that you're doing yoga. And so this stigma, like you said, around I can't do yoga or all these poses and that sort of thing, like that's just trash. And I tell people that like, just come in the studio and see what it's about. Like, I don't really care what you look like. I don't really care what your warrior pose looks like. I don't even care if you've never even done a warrior pose or you look at me like downward facing what? It doesn't matter. It matters that you step onto your mat and that you find a space for you. And that we built our studio on 3 pillars of community or connection, mindfulness, and movement. Movement is obvious, right? Movement of the body. Mindfulness is a little bit more obvious, but that doesn't mean mindfulness is meditating. It might be just more mindfulness of awareness of your own body, spaciousness, or your own boundaries of people too. But the connection piece is the big part. And so I tell people just unroll your mat and learn like how your body is. So many of us are disconnected with our bodies that that's actually what's causing disease in our bodies, right? Like we don't understand how our body is functioning and how we can help it. And so when you can unroll your mat and just connect with your body, like it's amazing what happens in your not only physical space, but your mental space too.
Yeah, and that's so hard today in today's society. It's go, go, go. It's all,
Mhm.
you know, on your phones, on the computer, on these things. So it's a great way for people to take that moment and just, like you said, just breathe and
Mhm.
listen to your body and take that quiet moment to kind of move your body in the way that it needs.
Yeah, that's so it's so true. And unfortunately, like you said, in the fast-paced world, there's a quote that I just read last week, like, we don't feel the pause between 2 breaths. We just breathe. And in and
That's
out, in
true.
and out, we just breathe. Like, we never actually feel the pause. And, like, when you can stop and just feel the pause, it's kinda like stop and smell the roses. Your mind just automatically slows down. And not only that, like longevity wise, like I was reading something from Dr. Mark Hyman, and like your lifelong span, your lifespan versus like your health span, like we live to be so old, but yet like our health is like a third of that or two-thirds of that. Like we spend a third of our lifetime like in this unhealthy state. And so really empowering people to just be more conscious of like how we are living our lives, how the toxins in the world, the phones in the world, and how yoga can be that outlet without it being this large, stigma around it. So,
Right, because it's twofold. You're getting the fitness part of it, you're
mhm,
getting the movement and all of that along with the mindfulness. I mean, I teach my
absolutely.
clients mindfulness and it's hard in today's world. So it's always what a better way of doing that than with yoga because you're getting both. You're
Mhm,
getting the mindfulness and the movement for your
mhm,
body. And so
100%.
so tell us a little bit. So you are all inclusive. It doesn't matter whether you've never done yoga before or you are a yoga master. You can come in and have that time. So kind of tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we offer a range of classes from beginners, more gentle practice of yoga to maybe more advanced or more faster pace of yoga. Not only that, as we offer restorative yoga, which is one of my favorites called sleeping yoga. It allows you really to just rest on the mat, generally done before bedtime in the evenings. And then we also offer fitness. And so our fitness classes also range from more of a gentle fitness practice or a fitness class to a more intense fitness class. And any of those two classes have strength and cardio components and can also be modified. And that's what I hear most from my clients as the teacher, the only teacher, solo teacher currently right now, is that all the classes I'll give you modifications for your body, whether that's injury, whether that's just on discomfort or not able to do it, whatever it is, or I can also increase the intensity if you're looking for something more. So I offer those range of options for you. So the nice thing about the movement is you have yoga, movement and mindfulness, and you have strength. Particularly for women, I'll speak more to the women audience here. Is that we need strength, we need to build our bones. Men do too, but women generally will stop that movement, and so we're getting that cardio, we're getting that strength building. And it's also different ages of clientele. And that's, I love my population of retired folks who have maybe slowed down their activity, and the strength and the balance that they've been able to have. Falls are less, their balance to get up and down, all of those things are able to play with their kids. That's what we're starting to see now that we've been here for 18 months or hearing those stories. So
That's
that's what
awesome.
the studio has. And of course, like you said, all inclusive. So any level of interest, men, women, anything, you can come on in and give us a try.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit where you're located
Mhm.
and how they can get in contact with you.
Absolutely. So we are located in Bangor, Wisconsin, which is just outside of La Crosse. So you probably won't know where Bangor is, but if you know where La Crosse region is in the Coulee region, that is where we are in small town Bangor. About 1,500 population here, and we're actually located right on the center of what I'll call downtown Main Street. So you'll find us right on Pearl Street as you come into Bangor. You can find us on Facebook, so Be Still Yoga. You can also find myself, Beth Krybeck, out on Facebook or Instagram. And then you can text us, email us, call us, whatever you'd like to do. Phone number is on the screen there, 315-2224, or you can also email us. So, oh, and
Awesome.
I should share my website too. Website is bestillyogawi.com. So find all of the goodness and the events happening there.
That is perfect. And because you're a member of the Women's Business Network, all of your information is always in the directory. So anyone can just go out to the directory at the womensbusinessnetwork.com and look you up. And there's actually a button on there that says send message. People can send messages straight from the website, but all of her information is listed there. So we really want to encourage you to reach out. So right now, you're just doing in-person classes. So you don't have any virtual options.
Correct. Yep. We do all in person in the studio, and then we partner with local organizations around, like Sparta. We do beer yoga. The library, we do library in the lawn. Other places around, we do some events, campgrounds, and stuff like that outside, but no virtual yoga as of now.
That is still awesome. That's a lot of choices that people have. So yes, we encourage you, anyone that's watching this, reach out to Beth at Be Still Yoga. I'm sure she can point you in the right direction. If you're not in the Wisconsin area, she can point you in the right direction, or maybe just offer a little advice on how to get started. So like we said, check out the womensbusinessnetwork.com and just find her information on the directory. We really appreciate you being here with us today, Beth. We really appreciate your membership in the Women's Business Network. And what you're doing is fabulous, helping us get in touch with our bodies and our minds. It's always good. And so thank you again for being here. And I think that's going to wrap it up for today's show. Beth, do you have any advice that you could give someone that's just starting?
Yeah, I'll give one little tip, or one little comment before that tip too, is if you are not local to the Coulee region or to the Wisconsin region, go ahead and find Healthy Living with Beth on Facebook. If you search that group, I do run just an open group that I post information about mindfulness, movement, healthy living, all sorts of information there. So if you're looking for something to start there, definitely jump into my group and find that as well. Otherwise, my tip that I'll leave you with is just take a moment and breathe in through the nose and let it out. And even that simple 2-second little practice has probably reboot your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. And guess what? You are probably ready to rock your day. So thank you so much, Marilyn. I appreciate your time.
Oh, that is awesome. Thank you. Yes, everybody take a moment and remember to breathe.
Simply
and be
put.
mindful of your breathing. So thank you again, Beth. Thank you for all of you that are out there watching. Be sure to check out the Women's Business Network. We're a relationship-based organization that is United States wide. We're always looking for new members to connect with. We're here to help educate, connect, and empower women in business, in any type of business. So thank you again and have a great day.